Well, we've talked about 2025 makeup trends, but what about fashion trends? I'm going to share 20 predicted fashion trends that you can expect to see in 2025. Hello, my gorgeous ones. Welcome to Aleisha Budget Beauty. My name is Aleisha. Here on my channel, I love all things affordable fashion, beauty, and fragrance. I do hauls, tutorials, reviews, trend videos that we don't have to participate in if we don't want to, or we can. All sorts of fun stuff. So if that sounds good to you, please subscribe, stick around, be a friend. I threw that little bit in about participating or not because I always like to say when I do these trend videos, I'm not doing these to tell you you need to follow these trends to be cool or to be in or to be accepted. No, you wear what you want to wear. You wear what makes you feel good. But sometimes these trends give us ideas, opens up our creativity in ways that we didn't expect. So I think it's always fun to see what they're saying is going to be the hot look. So with that said, I'm going to scooch just a little bit over here. I'm going to pop in an example, a picture of the trends that we are talking about. Okay. First trend that we can expect to see in 2025 is picture perfect PJs. Hey, I think that this is totally fine. I like an elevated PJ look. As a matter of fact, I have been known to wear pajamas out, but in an elevated way. Like a silk pajama top. I have one that was striped pink and like a light pink, like a reddish pink and a light pink silk button up that I tucked into a pair of black dress pants and a black blazer. And all of a sudden, hey, it's an outfit. So a slip dress even, like a nightgown that could kind of pass as a dress, you can wear that out. So elevate your PJs, wear them out, wear your shirt open, wear like a little tank underneath, put a heel with them. As long as it looks put together, as long as it is not see-through, we're not showing our bits, I say anything goes and it's comfortable. All right, next up we have bag charms. I'm not a big bag charm gal. I never have been. This is nothing new. This was popular, I want to say early 2000s, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it was Sex and the City that put that on the map. You know, the pom-pom got to be really popular because of Carrie, you know, whether it was on your sweater or on a purse, a bag. I'm not a big charm girl. I can't say that I wouldn't wear them. I think it's a little bit young. I think it cheapens a bag a little bit. That's just my personal opinion. If you love a charm, you rock a charm. Go for it. Next, we have a case for suede. Now, suede, I definitely think fall, winter. So maybe this is something we can expect to see coming up, you know, this fall and winter time in 2025. I will probably still continue to do these videos if you guys enjoy them. I'll probably still do a spring one, summer, fall, winter. Maybe there'll be some new trends in there. As long as there's something new and I'm not being repetitive, I'll probably do that. But I'm curious to see if suede will still be projected for fall. I love suede. I think it's sexy. I think it's cozy and comfortable. To me, it's very timeless. So I'm all about the suede. Next, we have the return of skinny jeans. And this is a case where you wear what is flattering on you, what you like, what makes you feel confident. There was a time when I was a skinny jeans gal, but I understand my body now. I have a very thin, athletic body. I don't have a lot of curve, which is a little bit of an insecurity of mine, if I'm being honest. We all have them. I like to look curvier than I am. A skinny jean does nothing for me. It makes my butt look flat. It makes my legs look too thin. I don't mind wearing, you know, like leggings and an oversized shirt, but skinny jeans are not for me. If you love them, go for it. I'm a high-waisted, wide leg jean girl. I do like skinny jeans on guys though. I do like that style. Next up, we have cherry coated, and this kind of goes along with the cherry cola lip vibe, that whole trend, so I'm not surprised. I like a cherry cola color. I think that it's very flattering on anyone. I don't see it very often in fashion when I think about it. We see it in lipsticks. You can create it really easily with a red and a brown, put them together, or even like a purpley and a red can sometimes make that color. You don't really see it that often, I don't think, in fashion. This exact shade, I'm not even sure that I own anything out of all of my wardrobe. So this is something where if I wanted to participate in this trend, maybe I would go get 1 piece, 2 pieces at the most and rock them. Next up, we have the loafer. This is another one that it's not really for me. I've seen some girls have really cute outfits. I mean, they will do like a blazer and a cute loafer and it looks really cute on them. That's not my style. I am a either street boot, combat boot, sneaker sort of gal or a high heel gal. I'm just not a loafer girl. It's not my thing, but if it's your thing, go ahead and wear them. Next, we have ruffles. I like this picture that I'm showing you guys is not flattering. It's just not. I like ruffles. I think that you have to be careful to make sure that it is flattering. And that's not to say, it's not really a size thing. It can just look sort of incongruous. It can look just a little amorphous. And I think a lot of times like we just want a little more structure to our clothing. It doesn't mean tight, just, you know, like you have a normal shaped body, and ruffles can get a little crazy. So I think as long as they're placed properly, as long as it's flattering, then I'm all for it. Next, we have polka dots. Yes, I wore this intentionally. I was like, I need to wear something in the trends here for this video. So I've had this in my closet for years. I think I've maybe worn it once. I've thought about decluttering it a few times, even though I thought it was pretty. And something always told me to keep it around. And I'm glad that I did. I think it's a timeless piece. Polka dots really never go completely out of style. They just come back more so year to year. So I think it's fun. And I recommend doing what I did is mixing a print. So I've got a little heart print underneath here that's a little smaller than the polka dot. When you're mixing prints, try to think bigger print, smaller print. It's easiest to do in the same color family. So that's why I layered it this way. I think it's really cute. I have a really cute polka dot dress that I'm excited to rock come spring. Next, we have peep toe shoes. I like these. I think that they're cute. They're not always the most comfortable, I found. Have a couple of pair that I've just kept over the years. And I do find that a lot of times where the ridge is of the toe, the opening can kind of cut into your toe. So don't sacrifice your comfort for a trend. If you can find a cute pair that you like, that are comfortable, rock it. If not, stay comfortable. Next, we have no more purses. And I don't know about this. What they're basically saying is, part of this I like and part of it I don't. They're basically saying that the bag, the coveted bags, like the designer bags, all of your focus on a bag is out. I think part of that comes with this whole Birkin trend. If you don't know, Walmart came out with their version of the Birkin. It went viral on TikTok. Bethany Frankel, if you know who she is, she has a whole video about why are we carrying around these expensive designer bags? These cheaper bags are just as good. My budget beauty self totally agrees. I'm not a big brand snob. I'm not a big designer snob. I do own one Chanel bag and that is it. That's all that I need. For the most part, I'm all about the inexpensive, but I need a bag. I'm not just gonna use my pockets. I need a bag. Get a cheap bag. Get a really cute cheap bag. There's tons of them out there. You don't need the expensive designer ones. All right, this next one I think has come up a bunch of times in the last couple of years. It keeps being a trend, but they kind of rename it, I think. It is just sports style. It's also been named like collegiate style. It means just that sporty kind of rugby look, you know, like the striped collared shirt, that sort of a vibe, maybe a tracksuit, sporty but chic. Next, we have upcycled drops, and that basically just means they're still leaning into the sustainable. So they're just upcycling clothing. I mean, we can do that in our own closets like crazy. I mean, you can turn something in, you know, like a sweater into something else, like we think of sweaters as just sweaters and pants. You could put an oversized sweater over a dress and all of a sudden it has a different look. Or like you thought you were done with your dress, but you put the sweater on and now it looks like a skirt. So just think of how to repurpose your own wardrobe. Next, we have headwear, and mainly they mean headbands. Headbands are going to be huge. That seemed like a trend just 2 years ago, and then I thought it was going out, and I guess now it's back. But I think you can also do fun barrettes. The bow look, I think, is kind of out. If you like a bow, still wear a bow. But the bow's kind of out, and now it's back to a headband or some sort of headpiece fixture that isn't necessarily a bow. Next, we have bold shoulders, and I actually like a bold shoulder. I thought this had shoulder pads, but it doesn't. But I'm a shoulder pad girl. I always have been. I've worn that even whenever it was very, very out. I like a structure. I like the shape that it creates. I sometimes like a point on a shoulder. I think it's really fun. It makes a statement. So if it's too, I know for some people, it's just too out there for them. They just can't imagine walking in and having more girth in the shoulder area. I get it, but maybe you could have just like a little fringe off of it, something like that, or like a little sparkle on the shoulder somehow, just to have a bolder shoulder. A bolder shoulder? Isn't that a over the shoulder boulder holders? Okay. Okay, next we have statement collars. I sort of did that with this top underneath. Like I did choose this on purpose because it had some sort of interest in the neckline. It's not really a collar, but they just mean like oversized, exaggerated collars or neck ties, just something to do with the neck area on a shirt that gives a little interest. So I think that this does count, even though it's kind of scooped down on the chest, but just think Peter Pan collar, back to that, or just big oversized sort of lapels. Just do an exaggerated collar. All right, next we have trinkets. I don't know. This is one that I'm a little iffy on too. I know I just said I like fringe. I don't mind like a little bit of something added on clothing, but I don't think it's that practical. As in, a lot of times it's delicate. Like the one that I'm showing you has these little metallic details. I like this like key and the safety pin. I like the idea of a belt, a chain belt, a fun necklace. But as far as things hanging off of your clothing, little trinkets, it's hard to wash. It's hard not to snag it. So I say go, if you want to go more easy on it, like a fun belt, like this chain belt that you see here, I think would be a fun way to incorporate the trinkets. Okay, next we have the trompe-l'oeil curves. It's meaning a false shape, like creating a false shape in the clothing. So for these jeans, they're kind of made to bulge out some to create an illusion of a curve. I know that may sound because some people are like, oh, I want to downplay my curves, and I'm like, hey, give me some false curvy hips. I will take it. So I'm not sure that this is going to be, conducive to all body types, or all body types will feel comfortable wearing something like this. But I've even seen in dresses like on the red carpet lately where there might be like a bell added, the waist is real small, and then there might be like a cage like around the hip area, just creating shape and curves, but in an artificial way. This picture is hilarious. It cracks me up. Grandma core. Whose grandma has all those nose piercings and the, what do you call it? It's not the lip, but what do you call it? Anyway, that's hilarious to me. I kind of like grandma. This is kind of grandma core in a way. I kind of like it. I kind of like the juxtaposition of maybe do some edgy makeup. Maybe you do have tons of piercings and then you're dressed like a grandma. I think it's funny, but kind of interesting. I like the idea of mixing in, like a faux fur and a nice blouse. I like that sort of look. It kind of also gives me a little bit 60s look to it too. It's kind of bohemian, like bohemian grandma chic. I think it can be fun. I'd say don't go all out like this, maybe like 1 or 2 items. Next, we have corsets and kink. Hello. I kind of like it. I do. I kind of like this style. I have a very varied style. I can be kind of demure like this, or I can be pretty edgy sometimes. So I don't mind a corset. I will say if a corset makes you uncomfortable, because a traditional corset is going to be tight, it's going to be busting the girls, it's going to be skimpy. I love putting it over like a crisp white shirt. I think that is a way to still give the illusion of a corset, but to be completely covered. I think it's a really cool style look. So that's how I recommend most people wearing it. Next up, we have animal print, but this is alternative animal print. So I guess forget your leopard. You can still wear leopard, but forget leopard and the things that you always think of. It's more like python and crocodile and just your prints that you don't always think of when it comes to animals. Giraffe. I think when you say animal print, everyone's mind immediately goes to leopard. Just think of all the other animal prints, and that's what they're referring to. But that is it, you guys. Those are the 20 fashion trends you can expect to see in 2025. For the most part, I really like these. For the most part, I have a lot of them in my closet already. I always remind you guys before you go out and try to buy a bunch of these things, and you'll see them marketed. Like they do that on purpose because they want you to spend money. Go check your closet first. Go see how you can accomplish these trends with what you already own. And maybe if there's one or two you really want to participate in that you don't have an item, then go buy one or two items, not a whole new wardrobe. I thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, have fun shopping, budget shopping. Bye.